at this memorial, and they have not been here today.
Shame on all of them. Shame on all of them that it was a day before Good Friday. A day before Good Friday. And they still did nothing and they're still hiding.
Because your district obviously does not have representation, and you know what? I moved from District 5, but you know what? I'm gonna come back because I'm just outside that border, baby. So if anybody has a house that they want to rent, if you're a community house wrecker, I will be in District 5 and I will be running for my district because I am tired of this. You do not represent my community. You do not represent me. I have grown up from the avenida behind the jail all the way up here to the corner of the cemetery, Saltillo, where 2 of my babies are buried. And if you don't know my story, I will share it with you later. But this will not continue to happen. People will not continue to break the law and get away with it. This is not what our community deserves. We are a black and brown community primarily. We are not a white community. That is no offense to white communities. I am half white myself. But my Hispanic father gave me my West Side cultura, my West Side pride.
And we have to protect it.
You have a father who was
protect our heritage, protect our community.
You will be somebody. And you will be someone who never looks away. And that's what I'm going to be every single day from now. And not be just because of Simon, but because we keep having kids that are
because our community is failing. Our community is failing and our leaders are failing.
Our children.
You guys are cops. You guys should be here on a regular basis. Speak up for us. Speak up for the children you take care of. Not just your paycheck. We're upset, but understand why we're upset too. Talk to your supervisors. Let them know where the crooked lines are crooked and where we got to walk straight. Speak up for our community, not just your daily hour paycheck. We're upset, but we want to come to you guys with the most respect. But right now, respect is not given to this mother. She put her children here and all y'all scared. Where's her respect? She just lost her kid trying to get home to her. Where's your leadership in y'all individuals standing here today? Don't just worry about your paycheck. Worry about your community, your children, your people. All of y'all. Speak up for us. Speak up for yourself. And you guys don't have the right to stop those students. You don't. Where were you stopping the kids that day when Simon died? Don't stop our children now. Don't stop us now because we're not going to stay shut. We're tired of staying shut. We're tired of the community losing. We're tired of it. We're tired of it. Don't stop our kids. Bring them out. Let them walk out. That day Simon died, you let all of them walk out. You let all of them walk out.
Right behind them.
Speak up. Speak up. Where's your supervisors? Where's your leaders? Don't be standing here with pride today. You should have been standing here with pride almost a week ago when all these kids were out hiding weapons and Simon got killed alone. Alone. You know what school you take care of. Don't just stand here and take care of your school today. It should be every day, not just your daily paycheck.
Make yourself
recognize. Speak up for your community.
Don't
your
hide
kids,
away from
your
them.
nieces, your uncles.
Don't hide from them. That's what they want.
Simon
They
now
want
belongs
everybody
to
to
all
hide.
of us.
Darkness
We're
hide.
gonna speak for Simon. All of us. There should be more people out here, but it's okay. Because the next march is gonna be bigger and bigger and bigger. Because we're not stopping no more.
Stop.
We're not. We want McManus out here.
Simon.
We want SAPD. Next March, we're gonna have more people. More people are gonna be here.
Our kids are
I'm gonna promise
care.
that.
And in peace.
I'm
And in God's name. Because we're God's army.
We need to
And God never loses.
And you know what? As a matter of
He
fact,
never fails.
we have a person of God right here. He should be, you know what, Father? You should come and lead us in prayer right now. And you know what? Help this anger that we have in us. Because we should not be standing here with anger and hurt. We should be standing here proud that Brewer Academy is doing something for our community. And it's not. And it hasn't been. You're on the news right now for the hurt that was caused to a mother and a child.
Gina.
Oh, I just want to say this right now.
Gina.
That I'm seeing that the teacher, every time the student wants to get out, there's the teacher always with them. You can see them that they want to get out, but they're not letting them.
To the principal and ask if he will come out and let us know why the kids can't come out.
Thank you. Good idea.
We want to hear it from them. We want to know.
Let's record cameras
There's
on.
a courtyard right there where they can let them come out. They don't have to walk away from the school. They don't have to leave the property. If they will be in trouble, there's an understanding to that. They're in school, but they can come to that courtyard right there, and they can make their support
It's their
known.
classmate that was killed.
There's a policeman in there. Look, he's not letting them come
I'm
on.
going to ask the principal if he can come out and speak to us directly and tell us why the kids are not allowed to come out today. We understand they can't sanction an event, but we're here to protect
They have
the
a
kids.
right.
They have a right to march.
We're out there in the cameras when the body was there. 4 kids got killed. He was lying down. Oh, we had the superintendent, we had the lieutenant, we had the sheriff, and we have McManus out here. We should have them out here. They're looking at our Facebook. They should be out here with us today. Javier, where you are?
Where's our leaders? Where's our community leaders?
Superintendent for the district should be out here instead of being out there cameras.
We need help. We need help. This is not right. This is not right. We need help. We need our leaders.
And that's exactly where it's coming up. What do you think what's happening here? Is there's 2 entities that don't know how to come
We're
together.
tired. We're ready to rise, and we are going to rise.
Yes,
And
amen.
they're going to be.
In Jesus' name, we're going to rise.
We need to work together.
This is enough. We don't need no more, children be hurt, so they can take action and come and collect their votes. No, we need action. Action is power and work. We're tired. We're going to rise as power. We're
And
going to
in
protect
Jesus'
our
name, we're
children.
going to rise, y'all, without the violence.
Do not protect our children. We will protect our children.
Because God never fails. God doesn't come short. It's in God's time.
Lieutenant
And
is
if they
right
have to
there.
wallow in that misery
We
every
should
day
have
when they
the
sleep,
sheriff,
let
Javier,
them wallow in
lieutenant,
it.
everybody out here
Let them know.
protecting the
Acá en cosas también ha llegado la mamá de Simón Cuevas en estos momentos ella. La mamá estaba bastante afectada.
I'm like,
Bastante
I'm
dolida.
like, well, if you're a mom,
Pastor, you want to say a prayer? Yes.
I think that's what we should do, guys. Let's go ahead and go have our service in a minute if the principal doesn't come out. But I was specifically told, and Pastor Robles knows this, an email was sent to the district about our concerns about a walkout. Because we did not want our kids walking out. If 10 walk out and the arrests don't, those 10 could be at risk for violence. We voiced this to the district, and the district said, well, can't we work on like after school or another time? I said, nope, these kids want to walk out, they're going to walk out. These kids want to walk out. They're coming to us. We're not going to them. I'm on that corner every day, morning. I've been over there. These guys have seen me posted right there. I'm in this neighborhood. They're coming. They're saying they're going to walk out. Pastor Robles and another pastor got on board. Check.
Probably the battery already.
Check.
Oh, yeah.
Pastor Robles and Harper's Church got on board, and I went to the district. I was sitting there on Tuesday morning, and I spent about 3 hours with the chief of staff. This gentleman who is the chief of police, he was not able to get on the call, but he did give the sergeant for this area. And he came in and he sat there in front of me personally. I can't remember his name. But we sat there and had a conversation. I said, these kids are going to want to do this. And so we said, look, we'll go ahead and put it midday. We'll make sure it's not disrupting their lunch. And they didn't want it at the end of the day. Specific reason given was because if these kids come out at 2 o'clock and they want to go take this walk, if they miss that bus, parents are going to be upset at them. That's going to put the district in a bad light. So doing the good thing that I do, let me finish. The woman, Miss Thompson, who identified herself as chief of staff and the sergeant for this neighborhood, said they've had a lot of phone calls about this, and people want to blame them. And they're doing everything they can to help this case. So being the good person that I am, where I take people at face value, I don't know you're lying to me until you've lied to me, I believed her. And so I pivoted and I called Zariah Oates. She's my witness. Lali is here with Telemundo. She's my witness. I told them, hey, we're not going to do it after school. We're worried about safety. We're going to make sure these kids aren't standing up alone. We're going to be there for them. And I called Pastor and I said, Pastor, change it all up. Not after school. We're going to come midday. We're going to get this together. We know parents work. We know people can't be here. We know people are supporting us all over the world, actually, because my family is in Honduras and they're praying for Simon. An entire church of Christians from Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, Mexico, they are praying for Simon. I have churches in Pearsall, Charlotte, Atascosa, Medina, Hondo, Daily Bread Ministries right there on the docks during food ministry. Churches praying for Mom and for Simon and for the work that we're doing. I have Last Chance Ministries, The Way Ministries, other ministries who could not be here today because they have day of prayer. I have First Baptist Church of San Antonio, Byron Pitts, day of prayer happening right now. I have community health workers on a call this morning saying we have events today. This is not where we can come and show up. Don't worry about it. Show up elsewhere. But you know what we'll do now? What I'm going to do, I'm doing it today. They did not want me to disrupt kids leaving school, but I will be right back here at dismissal. And I'm asking anyone and everyone who can be here today at dismissal to allow these kids a time to mourn. So if you're not here yet, if you're on the way, if you can't be here, we're going to do our prayer and service, and we thank everybody for coming out here and asking for our kids to come out. But we will be back here today. And you know what? Alejandra knows me, and we've been talking all night. I will be here later. I was out here last night at 11:30. I will continue to be here, and I will continue to ask the same question. Where are my leaders? Yes. Where are the people who represent me and who are going to get justice for Simon? Because this is about Simon today. This is about those kids who
No voice, no vote. 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 Let's go.
They've moved on from the front of the school, moving off down the street to do a prayer. If you want me to follow them, I can try to sprint down the street and get it for you, but it's really your call. Do you want it or not? And it's going to be shouldered. Is it okay that it'll be shouldered? All right, hold on. I'll make it there. Let me try to Yeah, of course. Okay. Okay, bye.
We're not looking for anybody else, then we'll be quiet over the vehicle.
Yeah, they're doing a prayer like down the road from it now. I've got a little bit of footage of that, but I'm gonna head back. Maybe go stop at Gilbo before I get back. What's up? Oh, really? Just B-roll of the quarry. You don't think it'd be better to do chopper on that one? I mean, I could give him a call as long as you can be okay with the OT or whatever for him. I don't know how his pay works. I think that would. Yeah, I guarantee if I go in. Well, I worked out there too. All right, I'm gonna feedback as well. Bye.
could have let the kids come out. They could have at least let them be here in the courtyard.
Will be mourned by his classmates. We are asking for the students at Brewer Academy to be released. We are asking for all the students to know that you have the right to protest. You have the right to come outside. We're calling for justice.
Walking down the street to honor.
Do it, you guys have freedom of speech.
Freedom of
Right.
speech.
Our children have to come out.
Parents are here in numbers.
You guys are not gonna get punished.
So we as parents have to stand up. It is time to rise. It is time to rise for our children. They don't care about the children. We care about the children. The district has not protected our children. They're not in a safe environment. They don't care about our children.
They're cowards.
They want to keep our
So
kids
sad
silent.
that we only have
Instead of
security.
opening the doors and letting our kids mourn, they're telling our kids that if they come out those doors, that they risk further punishment.
But you know what? Let me tell you something. They have security for themselves. But they don't have security for our children. Why do we have to lose our children? Why do we have to lose our children? Our children should be protected. Look at those policemen. Look at all these cars we have here. And we want children to protect their children.
The district for 2 days has told us that we should help them make sure the kids are safe. So we changed everything about today to make sure that the kids could come out before lunch and not miss their transportation. This morning I've been informed by mothers and fathers that these kids have been told they will be punished. These kids will not be punished. They have the right to come out. They have the right to mourn. Come out.
Yes, come on. Justice for
They
Simon.
can come out. We're going to wait for them to come out. These kids have been told, families have been told, these kids have to be here. This is not an optional facility. This is like a juvenile detention center without metal detectors, but worse. These kids, if they are not here, they get their time, their sentence started over. This is ridiculous. These kids are sitting next to 7 kids who walked down this street, beat up Simon, and killed him. And they're still in these chairs. They're still right here sitting next to your kids. There's no consequences. 15 days, they're laughing in these police officers' faces because they know that these police officers are afraid of them. Our community will not be afraid of anyone who chooses to engage in gun violence. This will stop now. Our community will not turn a blind eye when when a child is killed on our streets. Everyone here knows that these kids have the right to come out and they should be supported in doing so. And the district has now said that they will be truant and they will face further disciplinary action. And if you do not have a copy of that email, I will gladly provide it to you because it is a complete lie from the phone call that I had at 5:45 with Chief of Staff Thompson, where she said, "Thank you for trying to help us to keep these kids safe. We're going to do what we can to make sure this is a positive experience, although it is not a school-sanctioned event. It is not a school-sanctioned event. We understand that they cannot say that kids can just leave schools, obviously, but they know that these kids have a reason to want to leave, and we're asking them to do Simon's Last Walk. That's what we're here for. And students asked for this engagement, and now students are telling me they don't want to be in trouble. Why would our leaders speak against them being positive? Why would they speak against them voicing when someone is hurting them? Our kids in this school are being bullied. They're being bullied. There was a fight out here the other day, little girl in a wheelchair. What happened to her? Nobody called the media. Nobody called the media.
Where was the police?
The ambulance and police were here. Was that on the news? No. No, because no one's paying
They're
attention.
under the carpet. They want to
We're
hide
calling you
everything.
out, guys. You have the right to. Your
My granddaughter goes to Last Chance
Ma'am,
Ministry.
we can
She
verify
goes to
that
Sunday
actually
school every
happened.
Sunday.
Ma'am, our cameras do not
She's an easy
pick up
target, is
everything.
what it was.
And don't worry, ma'am. Our security makes sure that your children are
Right.
safe.
I do not have a question.
We need to rise.
Mom
We
wants to
need to
speak.
rise.
Mom wants to speak.
To the police officers of this school district. If it was known,
That's a lieutenant right there telling you.
okay, if y'all were
That's your
aware
lieutenant right there.
that kids were hiding weapons down this street, why wasn't there anybody patrolling this street when we have students that walk to the via?
You have an elementary
If we
school right
had
here.
patrol, we wouldn't be standing here today. I wouldn't have to be burying my son. So please answer me that question. If y'all were known, if y'all were aware that they hide weapons down the street, please answer me that. Why wasn't there extra security patrols around here? Somebody could have scared them away so that wouldn't happen to my son. So please, can somebody answer me that?
Lieutenant, can you answer that question for our parents?
She deserves an
Can you
answer.
ask us, can you answer that question, please?
Answer it.
Lieutenant, from the school district, you're in charge of the school district. Can you answer the question that the parent
She
just answered
deserves an
you?
answer. It's a mother
Can you
that's hurting
answer
for her
us?
child.
Now,
what
what
happened
happened
to
to
us?
your grandchildren? What happened was
And
your
y'all on
child?
camera, you on camera saying you are aware of the practice of this.
That
You
they
were
hide
aware of
guns.
this practice.
You know the kids hide guns.
Drop the ball
Our
much?
children
Drop
are
the ball? Yeah.
I didn't know that kids were
hard,
hiding
bro.
weapons down the street.
We know they
Guilt.
hide
The
weapons.
school never told me, advised me, or said, you know, just to be aware, just for your information, be careful. Kids hide weapons. I was not told that. I'm the one that came to enroll my son here in the beginning of March.
We are aware of this practice. Garbage, bro. Should be
So
ashamed,
nothing is
bro.
going to be answered to her?
Shame,
She
bro.
deserves an answer?
I just want to know that.
Lieutenant.
I know
Your
that it
child.
can't bring my son back.
What if it was your
We
kid?
have to live with that. My family.
Lieutenant.
We have a parent that will sign her son out. She's going to be asking to sign her son out.
Oh, yes.
Her son attends the school. He's a sixth grader.
So it's
Power to the people! Power to the people!
One more parent.
extra patrolling on this street.
They only patrol when something happens. That's it. Because I drive by here. Ever since Simon was killed, I drive by here. Just today, when he got killed, they were patrolling. After that, nothing. Our kids are in school. It's their job to protect our kids.
He didn't even get his phone. He didn't make it to the bus stop. So it doesn't make sense to me that if they knew that kids hide weapons around here, I just want to say that security, extra patrolling around the time that kids get released, just for a little while. Just for a little while they get to the
That
bus
could have
stop.
probably saved his life.
Exactly. We
That
wouldn't
could
have to be
saved his
here
life.
today.
He would be here today if y'all did your damn job.
Do y'all know that the policy for the district is that they're supposed to have one officer only? That's ridiculous for our kids to be hurt. Look at how many officers we have out here against the parents. We have freedom of speech. We have rights. We have a reason to be out here. Why are they having all these officers against us?
That's harassment. That's retaliation. That's against our freedom of speech. What's going on here? They're supposed to serve and protect our children, not harass us while we're trying to advocate for our
Just
children.
because they get in trouble doesn't mean stick them in the middle of the west side, in the middle of danger, where it doesn't make no sense.
I'm making a statement to the police officers because I want them to know, I want these officers to know because I know their job is hard. They come here every day and they do this job with our kids, and I know it's not these officers. I know it's not their fault. They're doing their job. And I'm saying to them that I don't understand why the district would put them in this proposition, because right now when a kid sees an officer in front of him, they think if I do something I could be hurt. These kids in here don't know if they walk out if these officers are going to do something to them, which you can say they're not. I know they're not. But to kids, they're not going to go against law enforcement. So the district has done this intentionally. This is an exact showing of the district showing that we have no power in their schools.
They're not gonna allow them
I
because
forget something.
They're like prisoners.
Aren't public
They have
schools
teachers escorting them.
public?
They're not gonna allow them to come out.
Don't the parents and the leaders in this city have the right to be able to make a decision for public school children? Because we're trying to make a decision right now that these kids can come out and take Simon's last walk. They asked for it, they've communicated that this is what they want, and now I want to understand why the district, a public school that provides free public education, would now put their guards here, standing against children being able to
Come on! You These murders will be emboldened, and they will, once, when they growing up, go against law enforcement as well, one day, because they're following that path. They're not afraid to take a life. They'll take any life.
In broad daylight.
In broad daylight. They'll take any life.
Show these kids.
Police or
Are y'all gonna show them head back? Or y'all gonna show them to do what's right?
Alrighty, guys, we're gonna go ahead and head back and do the march and continue to just, continue to.
And he still didn't have an answer for the mom.
It started.
Embarrassing.
So
What a shame.
I got a lot of it. For
I'm going to speak with the parents.
yeah, I got a lot of it not on live view.
One mother cries, all mothers cry. We're a community and we're gonna come together, but we should be together always, not just when someone dies. Look at where we
should all fight for all our children. And we should all put ourselves in others' shoes to know the suffering of others.
That this is about Simon, but it's also not about
It's
Simon.
about our community,
about us,
and
all
all
of us.
kids
It's about
are
our
in danger.
district. Go
All
Google.
kids are in danger
Go
right
look it
now.
up. Kids shot on the basketball court.
Oh yeah,
Same thing.
at the basketball.
Daylight. Daylight. Go check the facts. Because the news didn't come back.
And his name was
They did not
Jesse.
come back. There
We
you
keep
go.
losing the youth in this neighborhood.
No witnesses, but the park was full.
No
Nobody
witnesses
still
to,
has
for
come.
Simon either.
Played on, and a police was sitting actually down the corner responding to a different call. But nobody saw the car, and nobody saw the kids.
Because they
and
just-
Everybody turns a blind eye. Everybody turns a blind eye.
Tell us about it.
If it's not
A bunch
hurting
of
them,
houses that they had people inside them looking out. Why couldn't they say something or do something about it?
Who was
They stayed
killed?
quiet. Simon.
Who else? Who else do y'all know about, guys? We just had a shooting down here, 3 blocks down, other night. What's happening with that?
gotta speak
You
up.
didn't see it on the news? There was no news.
Nothing.
You won't
They
see
don't
it
care
on the
about
news.
today, our kids can be
Tomorrow,
gone.
after
Today,
school.
right now, our kids could be shot somewhere. They should be more afraid of
Our
us.
kids are being shot. It's not if. Our kids are being shot every day, every day.
It's a matter of
Where's
time.
McManus? We need the gun violence to stop. Where's McManus? Where's SAPD?
They go to NISD,
and
not too long ago, my nephew told me that a little boy brought a knife
They said it's not an SISD.
Where's our chief of police? I see a
Where's
lot of
SAPD?
police right
They're at the Market Square.
McManus.
And we only have one at the Market Square. They're at
My
the
district
at
councilwoman. I don't
what did
see
McManus
Terry
say?
Castillo's
You're not
office
gonna
out here.
be
I don't
in
see
any
her
of our
supporting
arrest
her. She's
facilities
telling
without
me.
looking
She
over
told
and seeing
her
the
chief of
policeman.
staff personally told me that
Yeah,
she
and
would
yet
come
our
to
streets
condolences
are
to the
better.
mom. I don't see any of our elected officials. I don't
Thank
see
you.
any of the 27 people who are running for mayor.
Where's our district?
Standing
Where's
here.
the district
I have not
in
seen
this?
them at the memorial.
Where's
I
our
have not
community?
seen any council person who is running to represent District 6 coming out and talking to the parents about their children dying in the streets. So if you're going to vote tomorrow, hey guys, pay attention. Who are you voting for? Because I don't see not one mayoral candidate. They have not spoken up about this.
Who
They
or
have
why
not
are we
come to that
voting for?
memorial.
Who and
if
why?
if you're voting in District 5, if you're voting in District 5, I love Terry and I love things she's done for my community. So I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is she's not here. And I had a personal phone call with Bravenek, chief of staff, that said she would be here Saturday to pay condolences. She was at Fiesta. I have numerous parents sending me her Instagram where she is taking photos, enjoying Fiesta. That's our council.
Everybody is. They all
Those
are.
of the other people who are running for this office have not connected with mom nor myself. They have not been at this memorial, and they have not been here today. So
Shame on all of them.
consider
Shame
who
on all
you
of them.
vote for
That it was a
tomorrow,
day
guys.
before Good Friday.
On
A day
Saturday.
before Good
Consider
Friday.
who you vote
And
for
they still
on
did nothing.
Saturday.
You take care of, not just your paycheck. We're upset, but understand why we're upset too. Talk to your supervisors. Let them know where the crooked lines are crooked and where we gotta walk straight. Speak up for our community, not just your daily hour paycheck. We're upset, but we want to come to you guys with the most respect. But right now, respect is not given to this mother. She put her children here and all y'all scared. Where's her respect? She just lost her kid trying to get home to her. Where's your leadership in y'all individuals standing here today? Don't just worry about your paycheck. Worry about your community, your children, your people. All of y'all. Speak up for us. Speak up for yourself. You that day Simon died, you let all of them walk out. You let all of them walk out.
Right behind him.
Speak up. Speak up. Where's your supervisors? Where's your leaders? Don't be standing here with pride today. You should have been standing here with pride almost a week ago when all these kids were out hiding weapons and Simon got killed alone. Alone. You know what school you take care of. Don't just stand here and take care of your school today. It should be every day, not just your daily paycheck.
Make yourselves
Recognize.
known.
Speak
Make
up for your
yourself seen.
community.
Don't
your
hide
kids,
away from
your
them.
nieces,
Are
your
not scared.
uncles.
Don't
Our
hide
kids
from
are
them. That's what
not
they
scared.
want.
Simon
They
now
want
belongs
everybody
to
to
all
hide.
of us.
Darkness
We're
hide.
gonna speak for Simon. All of us. There should be more people out here, but it's okay. Because the next march is gonna be bigger and bigger and bigger. Because we're not stopping no
We're not
more.
gonna stop.
We're not. We want
We want
McManus out
justice
here.
for Simon.
We want SAPD. Next March, we're gonna have more people. More people are gonna be here.
Our kids are
I'm
in
gonna promise
Yoskis.
that.
And in peace.
I'm
And in
a
God's
promise that.
name.
We need to
Because we're
stand
God's
right.
army.
We need to
And
rise.
God never loses.
And you know what? As a matter of
He
fact,
never fails.
we have a person of God right here. He should be, you know what, Father? You should come and lead us in prayer right now. And you know what? Help this anger that we have in us. Because we should not be standing here with anger and hurt. We should be standing here proud that Brewer Academy is doing something for our community. And it's not. And it hasn't been. You're on the news right now for the hurt that was caused to a mother and a child.
Gina.
Oh, I just want to say this right now.
Gina.
That I'm seeing that the teacher, every time the student wants to get out, there's the teacher always with them. You can see them that they want to get out, but they're not letting them.
To the principal and ask if he will come out and let us know why the kids can't come out.
Thank you. Good idea. We want to hear it from them. We want to know.
Let's record cameras on.
There's a courtyard.
Acá en cosas también ha llegado la mamá de Simón Cuevas en estos momentos ella. La mamá estaba bastante afectada.
I'm like, well, if you're a mom. Because we did not want our kids walking out. If 10 walk out and the arrests don't, those 10 could be at risk for violence. We voiced this to the district, and the district said, well, can't we work on like after school or another time? I said, nope, these kids want to walk out, they're going to walk out. These kids want to walk out. They're coming to us. We're not going to them. I'm on that corner every day, morning. I've been over there. These guys are seeing me posted right there. I'm in this neighborhood. They're coming. They're saying they're going to walk out. Pastor Robles and another pastor got on board. Check.
How did the battery already?
Check.
Oh, yeah.
Pastor Robles and Harper's Church got on board, and I went to the district. I was sitting there on Tuesday morning, and I spent about 3 hours with the chief of staff. This gentleman who is the chief of police, he was not able to get on the call, but he did give the sergeant for this area. And he came in and he sat there in front of me personally. I can't remember his name. But we sat there and had a conversation. I said, these kids are going to want to do this.
Information on the suspect. So that's going to be a confirmed robbery, and the suspect left with a gun, unknown direction of flight, no other information. Okay, the suspect just left on foot. Yeah, he just started going around inside. I got the showcasing over here. Inside. I have 5226 on the call. If he wants to process, you're not in command 2366.